Welcome back, Interior Sports fans. It's Tuesday Sports Time. We start with some Yukon Quest news. One of the smallest fields ever in the Yukon Quest got smaller. It's Fairbanks' own Cody Straith scratched early this morning. According to reports, his dog stopped about 25 miles before the Brayburn checkpoint. They had had enough. 11 mushers are left in the field. Rookie Matt Hall is the next to reach the finish in Whitehorse. He'll be the third to finish the race. There are 8 more on the trail. And then today in a press conference, an emotional Brent Sass, who's going back and forth with this year's winner, Alan Moore, and was the early front runner in this race, talks about what happened in his unfortunate accident, suffering a concussion after falling off his sled that forced him to withdraw from the race.
Accidents happen, and unfortunately, the accident that happened to me on Coghlan Lake took us out of the race. We were a solid team until I fell down and cracked my head, and it happened at a point in the race where I was really exhausted, and trying so hard, and then finally realizing that my brain, my body just wasn't in the condition to go forward. And it was hard because it was only 12 miles from a checkpoint, you know, and man, it was talking about swallowing some pride.
An unfortunate end to a great race from Sass, but in today's Nano Corner, we go to the ice and talk to the hockey team before they headed out to Michigan Tech last night. It's the last road trip of the season for the Nooks, who are fighting for the last playoff spot in the WCHA, but this team is already in playoff mode. Here's more. The Nano hockey team has 3 series left in their regular season. The last 2 are at home. They're 6th in the WCHA and are fighting for a playoff spot.
If you're not thinking about it, then there's something wrong. But I mean, like we told the guys, I said, you can sit and put all your focus in on what's going on in the standings, or you can take your focus and put it on the ice and be ready to, you know, perform at your best. And that's what it's going to take. And the other thing is just to control the controllable. I mean, we can't control anything else but our effort and our, you know, preparation and then ultimately our performance. So
the Nooks have been on a roll, winning 4 of their last 5 games. This week they play at Michigan Tech. The Huskies have the 2nd-ranked scoring defense when UAF has the 3rd best scoring offense. They scored 3 or more goals in their last 4 games. The offense is finding its way, but defense could make or break this series.
I think we've been really solid defensively. As I said earlier, just clearing the front of the net, keeping everything to the outside. The guys, especially the defensemen, have been really good at that. So.
I think preparation, mental toughness is going to be major for us coming this weekend, especially coming off a bye weekend. It's just that we had a good week of practice, and we got to make sure that we come this week prepared to play as well and get a couple wins.
The series is this Friday and Saturday in Halton, Michigan at 3:07 Alaska time.
Nano Corner, brought to you by Sports Medicine Fairbanks.
In hockey news today, Ice Dogs announced that forward Hans Gorowski committed to a Division I program. Gorowski will be a Lake Superior State Laker in 2 years. He'll join current teammate Kevin Aldridge in a year. Aldridge committed earlier this season. He will be a Laker next year, and Gorowski the year after. They'll be joining former Ice Dogs Garrett Clement and Jason Angus. This season, Gorowski is the 5th leading scorer with 29 points in 43 games for the NAHL leading Ice Dogs. And over the weekend, Hockey Week in Fairbanks culminated in the Fairbanks Hockey Hall of Fame induction ceremony. It was the 10th year anniversary, and hockey fans crowded into a section of the Big Dipper to see Gene Mahler's name added to the referee's honor roll. Mahler reffed Alaska Gold Kings and Nano games, was known for working the crowds. Jim Lewandowski was named Coach of the Year. He's won consecutive 16U midget state titles and is the assistant coach to state tournament-bound West Valley. Heidi Kubacek was this year's inductee. Kubacek was the first woman from Fairbanks to play Division I hockey. She played at the University of New Hampshire. She played for the 1990 U.S. national team and professionally in Europe.
When Randy first told me about the Hall of Fame, I was very surprised but honored at the same time. I know many of the people who are in the Hockey Hall of Fame, and to be included with them is a great honor. I had some great opportunities and a lot of people who helped me along the way, so I've been very fortunate.
I was humbled and honored just to join that group and to know that there are a lot of worthy coaches in our town, and I'm honored to be selected by the committee for that.
And that'll do it for sports tonight. Thanks for rocking with me for a little while. Mike Schultz is next with your full weather forecast, and we'll catch you next time.